All right, welcome back here. We are getting set to go. Val joins me here in the booth, and nothing like finding out about 5 minutes ago you're going to call the game tonight, Val. A little bit of technical difficulties there, normally tying into WROI tonight, but they had some parts that were missing over the summer, so we're going to do it ourselves. I think we're capable. We can probably get this done, can't we?
Well, they say in case of fire, break glass, and Val will come up.
There you go.
So yeah, happy to do it.
Yeah, I think it'll go fine here. Knox Redskins in town tonight for the home opener here at Barnhart Field. Both teams coming in 0-1 on the young season. Of course, you were at Southwood. You saw Rochester and Southwood. What are your thoughts on that game?
Rochester lost 45-26, and the offense wasn't the problem. Rochester had 386 yards of offense. All of it was rushing. They didn't complete a pass all night. I think they only attempted 2 passes. Knox is coming off a 35-14 loss to Winnemac last week. They are kind of a team kind of searching for an identity a little bit. I mean, they graduated a nice senior class last year. Russ Radke's now in his second season. But this might be more of a rebuilding year than his first. Typically, you think a coach's first season is the rebuilding year. This actually might be more of a rebuilding year than his team last year.
Yeah.
But again, it's Russ Radke. I think I wrote about it. And if you read my story previewing this game on RTC4.com, you can maybe get an idea of how good Russ Radke is. I'm sure a lot of people maybe heard the name before, but to know what kind of coach he is, he has not had a losing season since 1990.
That's pretty good. That is really good.
Now, they went 6-5 last year, so they got it by the skin of their teeth, but still. And, I mean, that goes back to Connorsville. He was at Griffith for 19 years, never had a losing record. He was at New Prairie for 8 years, never had a losing record, and he had a winning record last year in his first year at Knox.
Well, that New Prairie team, when he came in there, was not real good either.
No,
so,
they
yeah,
weren't.
He turned that around quickly. I remember that.
Yeah. And, of course, the interesting part about this is his relationship with Ron Schaefer. He gave Ron his first head coaching job in 1994 when Ron was a junior in college. Ron had just kind of given up his playing days, but he was still interested in staying around the game. And Coach Radke brought him in, and not only did he bring him in, but during 2 days in August, Radke had Ron Schaefer stay at his house.
Really?
During 2 days, yeah. Because I mean, Ron Schaefer was attending college in Huntington. And, of course, Radke coached at Griffith at the time. That's like a 125-mile drive one way. I mean, that's a drive Schaefer made quite a few times. But still, during the 2 days, Schaefer wasn't in class, so he just stayed at the Radke house.
Huh.
And then during the season, he did it again on the weekends.
Yeah.
They would have a game on Friday, break down film, on Saturday. And so... Yeah, Ron Schaefer knows Radke pretty well, even though he only worked for him 1 year. But that 1 year he worked for him, Griffith went 11-2 and made it to semi-state. So they were a good team.
Right.
So Ron Schaefer's been around football excellence his entire career, whether it was Bob Bridge, Russ Radke, Scott Mannering. I mean, even though he's a first-time head coach, nobody was, I think, more well-prepared to become a head coach than Ron Schaefer. So now so that's kind of the coaching relationship in this game. Now, the football part. Knox had trouble stopping Hayden Clark last week at Winnemac. Right. Hayden had 8 carries for 175 yards and 3 touchdowns. Hayden's a fullback. Alex Deming's a fullback. Alex had 235 yards rushing against Southwood last week.
Can he do that again?
Yeah, if Knox couldn't stop Winnemac's fullback, can they stop Deming?
Yeah.
And if Deming ran wild on Southwood, can he have an even bigger game against Knox?
And that's a very good Southwood defense.
Right. A Southwood team that's known for their defense.
Right.
So... again, there aren't many secrets involved in the wing tee. There aren't a whole lot it's not a heavy playbook. I mean, or at least not a heavy playbook yet. It's trap, counter, belly, and then that jet sweep.
Right.
And the reverse. So it's all misdirection, but you can see these big linemen for Rochester, they can move. Marshall Fishback and Brady Beck. I mean, Brady moved from center to left guard because Ron Schaefer wants him to get out and get moving, and he is athletic enough that he can do it. And, so we'll see how much Rochester can get Deming involved, and if they can get Deming involved, then maybe they can get those wingbacks involved too. Now, as for, of course, Russ Radke, I mean, he's had prolific offenses for decades. And we'll see if his offense can move the ball against a Rochester defense that really struggled against Southwood last week.
Yeah.
I mean, Southwood had a 200-yard rusher, a 100-yard rusher, and they had a 100-yard receiver.
Yeah.
So I was talking with Coach Schaefer earlier this week. He was talking a lot about tackling. He goes, yeah, some of it was misalignment, but a lot of it was just tackling, just getting guys on the ground, form tackling. Coach Schaefer also talked about some alignment issues, but tackling was the main one. He also talked about conditioning. He said that was a problem last week. He said even Alex Deming, for the big game that he had, he ran a lot of gas a little bit. So he goes, there were a lot of guys who had to go out for cramping last week for Rochester. If anything, it's even warmer this week.
Yeah, you believe me, I know.
Yeah, so
it's definitely, I thought the Pioneer press box was hot. It is toasty up here.
Yeah, so conditioning is going to be an issue, but it's the same weather for both teams. So
sure,
we'll see how well Rochester holds up. Coach Schaefer said they worked on conditioning all week as much as football, so we'll see how they hold up.
Yeah.
But conditioning can certainly be a big factor this time of year.
Well, it's getting close here. The steam is starting to come out of the nose of the zebra there, brought to you by Steve Moore Insurance Agency. So that,
appropriate steam coming in. I mean,
steam, that might not even be a special effect. That might just be the.
I'm trying to think of a warmer game here that I've been to. I can't think of one right off the top of my mind. I remember a game at Wabash a few years ago when they had some mandatory water breaks. I imagine they'll do the same thing here.
Oh, yeah.
That was very, very warm, but this is going to be right up there.
And the Zebras are out on the field. Nice numbers this year for Coach Schaefer. I think you said just, a little over 55?
43
okay.
to 45, somewhere in there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But still really good numbers for a 2A school, so.
Yeah. Now, numbers, right, and, I was talking with Coach Snyder from Southwood after last week's game, and he said, boy, we were gassed as much as they were.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had 29, and 7 of those 29 were freshmen, so they really had 22. And he goes, we were having to put kids out there in unfamiliar spots because we were just all, wrecked. And we had to get kids rest somehow. And I think Rochester took advantage of that somehow. They're not going to have quite the numbers advantage in this game because they're facing a 3A opponent who's got better numbers.
Right. Well, one thing I noticed, they got a couple of tall guys over there. I mean, they are towering above the rest of their team.
Right. Cohen Watson, their quarterback, number 12, he is listed at 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
He is big, and he is...
Well, and 98, standing right next to him is about 4 inches taller, it looks like.
Yeah.
So they got some definite height over there on the Redskin side.
Knox scored their 2 touchdowns. They scored 14 points last week. Their 2 touchdowns came on big plays, one by Gunnar Kraus, number 21, and then 42, Jan Koskis. He's another he's another guy with good speed. Time for our national anthem.
Yep, going to get the national anthem here.
And obviously when it's hot like this and you wonder about fatigue, then turnovers come into play, and Knox had 3 fumbles lost last week against Winnemac. Rochester had one turnover against Southwood.
And we will have the band coming up at halftime. We'll have that halftime show for you here live on RTC TV4, Channel 4 in Rochester. Apologize if you were wanting to find the Valley Northfield game tonight. We had everything working perfectly over there this morning, and for some, I'm not sure exactly what happened. Not able to get that one going tonight, so apologize for that. We will work on that and hopefully get you the next one and do a better job over there. Winnemac and Pioneer going to be kicking off from Winnemac. Big conference battle there. Pioneer way down on numbers due to some injury / quarantining issues.
Yeah, 7 two-way starters are out, and Eli Nickel, a freshman, is going to start at quarterback tonight for Pioneer.
Yeah.
Eli making his first start, and Russell Compton making his, about 35th?
Yeah. I remember the first game he started as a freshman against Culver. That was our first game we covered for both Culver and Winnemac.
Yeah.
So,
or 20, probably 27th, not 35th. He hasn't made that many starts, but still.
He's
the
got
experience
a few.
difference. Yeah, the difference in experience between one team's quarterback and the other is quite a lot.
Yep.
And that's an 8 o'clock start. It got moved back an hour because of the heat.
Yep. Thank Phil Dean for coming down from Argus, helping out with camera and training our kids today. They're actually a little cooler out there. I do feel a little breeze finally back here, so maybe that'll settle the temperatures down a little bit here. I don't know what the game time temperature is, about 120, I think, somewhere in that neighborhood. It says 87 on my computer, if that's anywhere near being correct.
Yeah, I have 86, so, yeah. I imagine we're going to have some water breaks in this game.
It was an exciting volleyball match last night. The Zebras, after dropping first 2 sets to Culver Academies, won the third set and dang near pulled out the fourth set, forced a 5th set, but lost in 4. Really like what I'm seeing out of that Rochester volleyball team. They're coming along nicely for Coach Leap.
Mitchell Schaefer kicks it off. Trey McGowan, freshman, returns it out to the 34-yard line before he's snowed under. Mitchell Schaefer kicked off there. Coach Schaefer said Rochester went for 2 every time they scored a touchdown last week, and he said they will continue doing that this week. They do have Parker Wallace and they do have Mitchell Schaefer, but both of them are soccer players, but Coach Schaefer said, I'm not comfortable putting him in that spot yet, so there won't be any place kicking tonight for the Zebras. Knox in a T formation. Yeah, give to the third man. Through. That's 21. That's Gunnar Kraus. And he gains 2 yards. Rochester did win the turnover battle against Southwood last week. They forced 2 turnovers, and they only gave it up once. They still lost by 19. Up the middle. There's some trap blocking there. That was 7. That was Trenton Messer. He's another weapon on their backfield, and he gains 6 yards. 3rd and 2. Russ Radke is in number 2 among active high school coaches in the state of Indiana in wins. Are they going to get the first down? I don't think so. I do not think so. It's going to be close.
Side marker already has the 4 up.
Yep. That was Messer. Decision for Coach Radke here. It's 4th and less than 1. Will they sneak it out of the tee? Oh, I don't think he got it.
Flag on the play.
That was Kraus. Flag on the play.
See what the call is. He was short.
Did they line up off sides? Holding on Knox. They'll decline the penalty. Rochester takes over on downs.
Well, that's a great start for the Zebras. They're going to start on the Knox side of the field, stopping them on downs. And they will have the ball on the Redskin, about 44? Wow, that's a great job of defense.
Aaron Swango, the quarterback. Wing tee. Fullback. Deming at the 20. Alex Deming all the way for a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, you can't get much better than that right out of the gate.
Well, the blocking on that play was really good.
What a start for the Zebras. You hold them on downs, you have one offensive play, and you got 6 points on the board. I mean, that's about as good as it can get for Coach Schaefer.
I'm trying to remember the last time Rochester had a lead in a football game.
Oh.
Again, Zebras will go for 2. Wing tee. Same play. And they haven't said no, but they haven't said yes. Aaron Swango is pretty confident.
Somebody's got to make a call. They're going to say no. Well, the first play from scrimmage, take another look at it. 44-yard touchdown run by Deming.
Well, as that backside block, I don't know who got that block, but that was excellent blocking on that. Drive summary, 1 play, 43 yards, took 8 seconds. Alex Deming with a 43-yard touchdown run.
The iPads are working over there if you don't have them yet.
Giving our head and teeth the ball up for the Zebras.
Another short kickoff up the middle, and he is hog-tied down. Ethan Brock pumped up after making a nice tackle on special teams.
She's still pretty tight.
So Knox was similar field position to their first possession. 1st and 10 from the 35. Watson hands off. A gain of about a yard or 2. That was Ethan Cole's first carry of the game.
They're going to call it 1, 2nd and 9.
Play action. Watson to throw. Caught. That's Cole. And Cole saw he was about to be tackled, so he just lowered his shoulder and gained about 3 or 4 more yards. Gain of 13. You look at this Knox coaching staff, not just Russ Radke, but his 2 sons, Tyler and Bo. Ted White, longtime head coach at North Judson. And this is an experienced coaching staff. Gain of about a yard there. That would be Messer again. Second and 9, Knox from the 50. Rochester leads 6-0 here in the first quarter. Under 9 minutes to go in the quarter. Watson again, 3 backs in the backfield. It's like just kind of like a midline handoff there. That's Messer again. And he gains 3.
Bring up a 3rd down and around 6 here for the Redskins.
I talked with Ron Schaefer earlier this week, and I said, what's practice been like so far this week? And he says, business-like.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I think it seems like when some people hear business-like, I'm not sure what they know what to make of it. But I think a coach likes it when it's business-like.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed, I guess that's different from having a lot of drama.
Yeah.
And around. Cut back.
Ball.
Ball's loose. And Rochester's recovered. Boy, somebody just stood him up and got him to drop the ball, and Gavin McKee recovered the fumble.
Take a look at that from the end zone camera.
That was Kraus who had it.
Well, you can't get much better for a start for Rochester. Another short field just on their side of the 50.
7:59 to go in the quarter. Lou now has it, and he loses 3. And Kraus, who just fumbled the ball, took it out on the ball carrier and made the tackle.
2nd down, they're actually going to call it 12. A little better defense there on that play from the Rochester offense for Knox. A little inside trap.
Yeah. That was Deming. He gets up to the 44, so we'll call it a gain of 4. Third and 8, and this is not the spot that Coach Schaefer wanted. This is not a team that's designed to convert a lot of 3rd and longs. Right wing back is Schlosser, and it's a fullback trap, and they only get a yard. Messer was there, and Alex Wakel. Number 14, he got in there, got him on the legs. So, 4th and 7. And we'll see Rochester punt here. Griggs is the punter. And 2 wide. Griggs did not punt last week. I think it was Florida. Oh, high snap.
Bad snap.
Over Griggs' head. He picks it up, starts to run with it. He's not going to be able to kick it.
Not a lot you can do.
And it's a loss of 20.
You know, I was a long snapper in high school, and I did that once to my punter at John Glenn, and I just put my head down and like, oh, no, because I knew right as soon as I released it, it was gone. And He was turning and running before it even got out of my hands. He saw it too, and there's just a helpless feeling when you do that.
1st and 10 Knox at the Rochester
short field.
25 with 5:51 to go in the quarter. Zebras lead Knox 6-0.
Well, let's see if the Rochester defense can prop up the special teams error there by the Zebras.
Well, the 11th man for Knox came in right at the end there. It's a read play. Watson, about 3 yards. We hadn't seen that play the first 2 possessions. Russ Radke's second among active high school coaches in the state of Indiana behind Bud Wright of Sheridan in wins. He's in the top 30 in the nation among active coaches in wins. Fumble. And the Knox back. That was Krause who jumped right on it. But that is a loss of 1. 3rd and 8.
You could hear the coaches next door. They were wanting Knox, the coach, to call a timeout, and he didn't, and maybe he should have. I don't know if they saw something that wasn't right there. Play clock running down to 7-6.
Rochester playing with a 4-man front this time. They played 3-4 defense last week at Southwood.
Ball's on the
Another
ground
fumble.
again.
It's loose. Fishback. Fishback's got it. Fishback recovered a fumble last week, and he's recovered one this week.
Just missed handoff right there. Take another look at that.
What?
Second turnover. Really the third if you count the turnover on downs on the first series.
How is that their ball? That should have been a quarterback's ball. Why did you hand it to him?
That was a read option play, and it was. I mean, you see that sometimes. I mean, because remember the quarterback's making the decision at the last possible second, and sometimes that exchange.
You're surprised. I mean, I'm surprised you don't see that more because it's just so hard, you know.
And if the ball's slippery, jet sweep.
Good seal
McKee trying
block.
to turn the corner, and he gets about 6 yards.
Is that still Schlosser there with 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice seal block there on the edge by Antonio Schlosser. Is he a junior this year or senior?
Senior.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Schaefer has raved about his leadership. It's interesting, Antonio was a quarterback last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's moved to wing back and safety, and yet even though he's not a quarterback, he's valued more for his leadership at those other positions this year. Had a big 43-yard run against Southwood last week. Deming off the left side, and he gains about 1. Third and 3, Rochester from their own 32. So Lunau and Schlosser are the wings. Deming is the fullback. The motion man is Lunau. There's a flag in the play just as the ball was snapped. And I think the play was blown dead. It's going to be a false start. False start on Rochester. That'll be 3rd and 8. Penalties are just so crucial in high school football. More so than in college or pro, because you can't, I mean, in college you go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Well, you got a quarterback with a gun who can probably make a play. But if you go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8 in high school football, It's not like you could just pick up a quick 8 yards. Inside handoff. Lunau. Nice cut. Can he get the first down?
Still on his feet.
No, I don't think he can.
About a yard short,
Yeah.
maybe. Boy. What do you do right there? That's a bad field position if you turn it over on downs, but boy, you just got 1 yard there, Val.
Knox is not as physically imposing as they were a couple years ago.
Right.
But, of course, that was...
You would think with the back like Deming, I mean, if you needed a yard, you should be able to get it, but you also don't want to give it to them on your side of the field.
They go for it, and they get it.
And some more.
Deming gets 6 yards on 4th and 1. I thought they would go off right side there. And that's in a lot of ways that's a good sign that they didn't run behind Fishback and they were able to get the first down. First and 10, Rochester from the 40. It's a sweep. That is Lunau. And he gains 7 yards on first down. Again, Luna, or we'll call it 6. Spotted not a great spot there from a Rochester standpoint, if you're a Rochester fan. Coach Schaefer says we don't need 100 yards from our wingbacks. We need about 40 from each of them. Anything beyond 40 is a bonus. Deming, about a yard or two. Wakel was there. Gain of 1. 3rd and 3. Zebras run their own 47. And I think it's fair to say that this is 4-down territory.
Well, if you're going 4 down on the 30, I would say this would be as well.
Yep.
Although you want to get a little closer to that stick if you're going to have to go for it on 4th.
Thatcher Samsel's the only receiver, but
or that'll work
he just
too.
hit the block. Big gain, Deming. Finally tackled by Cohen Watson, but he gets another first down. All spotted at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 20 for Alex.
Just do that and you don't have to worry about a 4th down.
Yeah. Deming gets a yard there. Second and 9. Zebras at the Knox 32. Deming with 77 yards rushing so far. End of the quarter. We played 1 quarter at Barnhart Field. Rochester leads Knox 6-0.
We will take a break and come back here. Second quarter action on RTC TV4. All right, back here at Barnhart Field after 1 quarter. Rochester leads Knox 6-0, and pretty good quarter for Rochester. Forced a couple of Knox fumbles, or recovered a couple of Knox fumbles, stopped them on downs on the first series. Scored a touchdown right out of the gate. Driving right now here coming in to the start of the second quarter. So looking pretty good.
Some score updates. Tippett Canoe Valley leads Northfield 12-0. 4 minutes left in the half. North Miami leads Lewis Cass 7-0. 7.5 minutes to go in the half. And they are at halftime down at Logansport in a game that was just put together, I think, yesterday or the day before. Northwood leads Logansport 7-6. That is at halftime.
As we get going here, starting the second quarter, got some of the ZBN kids here. We're showing them kind of the ropes a little bit. McKenna Jackson joins us here in the booth. How was the camera?
It was awesome. I liked filming it and, seeing it on, really in person.
Kind of what we thought we were going to do here tonight with the kids, maybe a little bit abbreviated as far as what we're doing in the booth, but still get an idea to kind of look at what's going on here for them and kind of show you some of the software. It's just a little different. We were expecting to have the WROI feed coming in here, and Val, you were going to be sitting down there and drinking your lemonade, and
pizza smells delicious.
I heard there was pizza down there.
Third and 7, Rochester at the Knox 30 after 2-yard gain by Deming on the last play. Another Deming give. Plowing, going forward. Does he got the first down? I think he's got it. If he doesn't have it, he's really, really close.
Great drive there by Deming. He's just an impressive young man.
First
and 10.
That wrestling background that Alex has, I think, showed up there. Alex is a very talented 182-pound wrestler, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Jet sweep. McKee makes a man miss and gets about 3 yards. That play was a little slow to develop. Second and 7, Rochester at the Knox 20. They lead it 6-0 with 10:35 to go in the half. Rochester has not attempted a pass yet in this game. Mencius is in the game. He is lined up as a wide receiver on the right. We've seen mostly Thatcher Samsel there, but it's Mencius who's in the game now. Trap, and that's Deming, and that is Deming getting another first down.
What a second effort right there. He just kept the legs driving through and wasn't going to let one or two pull him down.
We spotted at the 11, so it'll be 1st and 10 from there. I have Deming with 95 yards rushing. We are early in the second quarter. Again, the wide receiver is Mencius. McKee and Schlosser are the wingbacks. Schlosser's the motion man, and he gets the ball. And he gets about a yard on first down.
Schlosser, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 53, Boos.
Trevor Bussey, Boos, he was the one in the tackle there. It was good pursuit there by the Knox defense. I was thinking about, a kid like Jay Heckathorn. He would have been perfect for this offense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'd be perfect for about any offense with his speed, but boy, he'd be perfect for this offense. Here's Deming, good hole, running behind Fishback. He fumbles, the ball's loose, and it is recovered by Knox. Somebody yanked the ball out of his hands, and Knox recovers inside their own 5.
So close down there. It's gonna be a hard one there. Hopefully they can get the ball back there with a good defensive stand, but you hate to get the ball that deep into the Redskin territory and turn it over.
It is Knox's ball on the 2-yard line, their own 2. We have 9:02 to go in the half. Not a whole lot of turf there up the middle. That looked like, was it Kraus? Call it a gain of 1. 2nd and 9, Knox from their 3. I think what I can tell through the first 15 or so minutes of this game is Knox is not that much faster than Rochester. And this isn't. And there's Kraus. Nice tackle there. I think that was Eli Swango who made the tackle. Kraus gains 5. 3rd and 4. Knox from their own 8. Big play. The 2 Shriver brothers are the 2 defensive tackles here. Fishback is lined up at end. Again, Rochester played mostly
to
be an offsides penalty, and that'll give Knox a first down.
That's not how you want it to happen for Rochester. Well, with only 4 to go, that's going to give them a first down.
Yeah. But I was going to say, speed, I don't think Rochester is going to, Rochester was at a speed disadvantage against most of their opponents last year. Knox does not seem that much faster in this game. They might not be faster at all. Give up the middle. That's 27. That's Ethan Cole. And he gains 2 yards. Second and 8, Knox from their own 15. Watson underneath center. We've seen him throw the ball once so far. Again, it's a T. That might be a busted play, but Watson's able to get positive yardage out of it. He gets out to about the 18, and then he stopped there, and there's a flag on the play. He is talking with Coach Schaefer. That means the penalty is on Knox. What does he want? Holding on Knox.
Left, bull tails. Left, and 2 receivers. 21's got to come out. 21, the and 3's got to come out. 21 and 3's got to come out. Left.
Half the distance to the goal. Second and half the distance from the spot of the foul, that is. So 2nd and 17 Knox from their own 6. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. The foul occurred at the 12, so it's moved back to the 6. And we see a shotgun look from Knox. Watson hands it off. It's going to be 3rd and long. That was Deming filling the hole. Ooh. Ethan Cole gained 2 yards on the play, and he came up hobbling. 3rd and 15 now.
I usually use Dizzle. I like Dizzle.
Watson takes the snap. He fakes the read. He throws deep. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught. 35, 40. Finally tackled at the 44-yard line. Declan Austin. And he gains 36 yards. Rochester bid on that read play. Let's call it a gain of 37 yards. Should not be getting behind your defense on 3rd and 15. But that's what just happened. I think Southwood converted a first down on a 3rd and 15 play last week. Again, shotgun. Watson hands it off. A gain of about 1 for Kraus. Second and 9, Knox from their 46. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the half, and Rochester leads Knox 6-0. Zebras trying to end a 10-game losing streak. They haven't won a game since the 2019 sectional against Delphi. Again, Watson in the gun. It's not a pistol, it's just a straight gun. Replay. He gives it. And Gunnar Kraus gets out to the 50. And actually not quite the 50, the Knox 49. Gain of 3. 3rd and 6, Knox from their own 49. We have not had any cramp-related injury timeouts yet. That's a good sign. We've not had any. I don't think we've had any water breaks either. Watson out of the gun. Flags. Yeah, they blow it dead. Dead ball. False start on Knox. Third and 11. Knox from their own 44. So they run some variation of the read play, the read option play, the last three or four plays. Just want to slow down that, make the linebackers a little less aggressive, make them read the play.
Yep.
There's going to be a whistle.
Well, they listened to him this time.
Timeout Knox.
Coaches up here were calling a timeout.
Yeah, somebody was running on the field late. They were trying to figure out.
They've done that a few times. So we'll take a quick break with them and come back here with more from Barnhart Field in just a moment.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back here. Coming out of the Redskin timeout, we've got 3:51 to go here in the first half, and it's been a tough drive, but Rochester's holding tight. I mean, it started at the 5-yard line, unfortunately, with the Zebra fumble, but they had that big play with that pass over the middle. A couple penalties, though, really slowed the Redskins down here on this drive.
Score update at the end of one quarter. How about this score? Caston 12, North Judson 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I was wondering how that would. I mean, you can't really gauge Caston's success off of West Central.
Yeah.
But
without Coach Porter tonight.
Yeah.
Watson throwing, and it is caught. And there's a late flag.
I'm not sure what that flag might have been. Did you see anything there?
Was he leading with his head?
Well, I mean, it's hard not to. The kid was a 6'8".
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know for sure here.
Converted a 3rd and 15, blow to the head.
Is that what they're calling?
Mm-hmm.
We'll take another look at that. I don't think that was anything intentional, but it's going to add on to the end of that for Knox for sure.
Yeah, they gained 24 in the pass and 15 more in the penalties, so 39.
Oh my gosh, they take as many timeouts as they're not going to have any left.
First and 10, Knox at the Rochester 18. There's a whistle. Timeout Knox. They have one left.
They're missing some guys. They got some personnel issues going on. They're not getting out on the field. I don't know what's going on. That's not your normal Russ Radke kind of procedure there. Yeah.
Declan Austin is a junior. They don't list heights and weights, but he's a pretty big guy. And he has 2 receptions on this drive for 63 yards. And they converted a 3rd and 15 and a 3rd and 11. Tippecanoe Valley leads Northfield 20-0 at halftime. Valley trying to beat Northfield for the 3rd straight year. Valley trying to start 2-0 for the first time since 2007. Caston trying to start 2-0 for the first time since 2009. So.
Yeah. That's a few years ago.
Yeah. And the head coach back in 2009 was Chris Ulrich, and he's the head coach tonight for one night.
Oh, yeah.
He's the acting coach with Coach Porter out.
Right.
All right, 1st and 10, Knox at the Rochester 18. We've got 2 wides here. It's a give to Kraus.
Nice.
That was Beck.
Val. You got a football. Comes
Yeah.
in the booth. It's yours to keep.
I'm keeping it.
Right?
until you show you can behave yourselves.
That's a good throw.
Yeah, I mean,
Going at you again.
Right. Was that Kat Rensberger who threw that to me? I think Kat wants some more coverage when she plays golf. Watson on the keeper. Watson is dragged down. He gets to the 14. Deming with the tackle. Watson gains 4. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Guys, 8-7, Cold Red Heads.
3rd and long for the Red Stairs.
All right, so first couple drives, it was all Watson was behind center. Everything on this drive has been shotgun. Give Watson all the time to survey things. The fake the read. He throws. Caught. And it is a touchdown.
I'm not sure here. The side judge is pulling the ref in. We'll see what he's wanting to say.
Alex Wakel caught it.
He didn't throw the flag. Now they're throwing the flag.
Illegal substitution on Knox.
But they've just had
That could be. Could that be 12 men on the field? Maybe they
somebody was in the huddle and ran out. You can do that too if you're in the huddle with 12 and then they run off.
That's illegal.
Yeah. So they've had a couple of formation. I mean, they've had 2 timeouts that they've burned on this drive with formation issues and not having enough, and possibly had too many. I don't. Maybe they had a receiver uncovered on this side. Whatever it is, it's going to negate a Redskin touchdown and push them back outside the red zone, right at the 20. See what this ends up down in distance-wise.
Spotted at the 19, so it'll be 3rd and 11 at the 19. Knox has already converted a 3rd and 15 and a 3rd and 11 on this drive. Obviously, we're now in 4-down territory, definitely, at this part of the field.
Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the half.
Yep. Zebras lead Knox 6-0.
Rochester can keep them out of the end zone here. This is going to be a big win for them going into the half. Again, we'll have halftime coming up here, the Rochester band. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and just got it off before the play clock expired.
Throws deep, and he's got a man, and it is caught for a touchdown. That was Kraus.
That was too easy.
And this game is tied. Kick is up.
Good.
It's good. Knox takes the lead.
So fumble on the 5-yard line by Rochester costs them. That's a good point. The Rochester pass defense has struggled.
What a drive for Knox. 13 plays, 98 yards.
How big is that?
When they took
Rochester was 2 yards away from punching it in and taking, maybe a 12, maybe a 14-0 lead. And instead, they drop the ball, and Knox drives all the way down, puts it in, and now they're ahead 7-6.
Kick is short, handled at about the 13-yard line. Is that Deming? Yeah, it sure looks like it. Deming isn't your classic, doesn't look like your classic kickoff returner,
right.
But when he gets a head of steam going, he's probably not fun to tackle either. First and 10 Rochester from their own 29, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. Swango under center. The jet man is Schlosser. The ball carrier is Meadows. And he gains 6 yards. Second and 4 from the 35. Again, that wing tee is based on misdirection. That was a misdirection handoff to the fullback. Swango under center. It's Meadows again. Plowing forward. No whistle. No whistle. Close to a first down. Heck, I think he got it.
Just short of the first down marker.
No first down. Third and less than 1. Again, Rochester's not using their timeouts here, so I think Coach Schaefer will be okay if they're down by 1. Remember, Rochester gets the ball to start the second half. Jet man is Lunau. Deming off the right side. He gets the first down. Gain of 5. And again, Coach Schaefer not calling timeout, and that'll be the last play of the half. Yep. I thought this would be a close game.
Yeah, well,
turning out that way, but just not.
Been a few turnovers there. Unfortunately, the Rochester turnover cost them 7 points on the other side of it, and Knox is going to have a 7-6 lead going into the half, so we're going to go down to the field now for the halftime here for the band as the boys get off, and Coach Schaefer going to have some halftime adjustments here, and we'll come back with the second half here in just a minute. Hope you enjoy the Rochester High School band here on RTC TV 4.
Linebackers flying out. So all we're doing is stepping up in the air and getting lost by the ball. Every single time. That's our problem. That's the same piece of the puzzle. The same start.
Your leader is your receiver, Martin Bell, will now take us back to the lead with Don't Stop Believing by Varsity.
Judson leads Caston 15-12 at halftime. Kickoff. The 9. That's Deming.
Nice little return.
Takes that to about the 35.
Good starting point here for Rochester as we move into the third quarter.
Spot at the 34, so a 25-yard return. Kokomo leads Plymouth 41-6. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, so they'll start the running clock there.
I was wondering on that one. I saw John Harrell's prediction, and it had Plymouth winning, and I thought, I don't know. Plymouth has kind of struggled over the last few years.
Meadows, of course, the Week 2 matchup used to be Plymouth and Rochester for the Hickory Stick. Ended about 5 years ago.
I think the last time they played was the
2016. That was
10 season.
That was Brady Perez's sophomore year, I believe.
That one was not pretty. I remember that.
No, it was real not pretty. Off the left side, good pursuit. Gain of about 3. It was Meadows again. Nope, that was Deming. Again, once you get that speedy wing back in there, and that's something that will happen in time, but that'll make the fullback belly and the fullback trap even more efficient, because they'll have to respect that jet motion man. Like, give to the fullback. It's going to be a first down. And a late flag. Deming gains 7. Face mask, Knox.
Like down here, there's a little penalty flag. Like that up. And once they call it, they take it away.
Zebras gain 7 on the run and 5 more on the penalty, so they gain 12 overall on the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 Rochester at the Knox 46. Zebras trail this game 7-6 with 10:16 to go in the third. Trap. Deming gains about 2. Second and 8.
Down in distance.
Rochester had 118 yards of offense in the first half. Deming had 108 yards rushing. So he has carried this offense for the most part. Deming again. Gain of about 4. Running behind Brady Beck at left guard there. 3rd and 4. Zebras at the Knox 40.
We got a breeze in here finally. The sun's gone down and kind of a little bit of relief from the heat. Still warm, but...
Lunau in jet motion. He gets the ball. Peyton gets 3. And maybe more like 2. Now let's call it a gain of 2 for Lunau. 4th and 2, Rochester at the Knox 38. We have not seen Colton Faverda at all in this game.
Yeah.
He wears number 7, and he plays a big role on this team. He's played a big role last week. Whistles and timeout, Coach Schaefer. Stops the clock with 8:23 to go in the third quarter. Rochester has 2 timeouts left. They trail at 7-6, and they're facing a 4th and 2 at the Knox 38. So want to be super sure you know what you're doing here.
So these are just different types of students.
I'm going to talk up the Rochester girls soccer team. They beat Peru 11-0 last night, and they looked really, really good in doing it. The game was stopped with 20 minutes to go due to the new mercy rule. How about 4 goals for Emma Houdeshell last night?
It's not a bad night.
Yeah. I said, when was the last time you played soccer prior to this year? She goes, like, Little League, like kindergarten?
Yeah, I remember
But
you said that.
She
yeah.
just looks right at home on a soccer field. 4th and 2, can they get it? I don't think so.
Not a lot of push. Not even going to have to measure it.
Yeah, only a gain of 1. Deming had a 43-yard touchdown run on Rochester's first snap.
We'll see what Coach Radke does here if he continues to attack through the air.
They haven't scored since. Knox has a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Timeout Knox.
Boy. Burning some early timeouts here in the third quarter. Take a break with them here and come back with more from Barnhart Field in just a moment on RTC TV. Welcome back here out of the timeout. Forgot I have that on the...
I had a fairly reliable source tell me that Colton Faverta is in quarantine tonight.
Okay.
Nice tackle. That was Schlosser who tackles Kraus in the open field. Kraus gets 6 on a first down. 2nd and 4.
Antonio Schlosser on the stop for the Zebras.
Again, if you just had a race, who's the fastest player in the Zebras? Colton Faverta might win that race. He's Watson. Patient. Tackled. Deming. And that was Eli Swango, I think, who got there, finished him off. Good defense there. 3rd and 3, Knox from their own 44. Is this 4-down territory for Russ Radke? His defense has done a pretty good job since the first play of the game, but shotgun on 3rd and short. Whistles and flags below the play dead.
The emotion probably on Knox.
Well,
That'll push him back 5, so makes a 3rd and short, now a 3rd and long.
Again, penalties, much more of a factor in high school football than in college or pros. Much more of a factor.
Might be a bad thing, though, for Rochester because probably a pretty good likelihood of a pass here.
Yeah,
They actually seem to be struggling a little with that.
Fake the and behind the defense and incomplete.
Boy.
They faked the read option play. Wakel was open, couldn't hang on.
That was in and out. That's a drop. I mean, that was just flat out a drop.
Fourth and 8, Knox. Their own 39.
So the Zebras catch a little break there with that dropped pass. We'll see if they can capitalize here. That penalty huge here because 3rd and 3 you go for it, but 3rd and 8 you're not going to go for it there on your own side of the field.
They're lining up to punt. Good snap. Kick. Low. That was Kraus who punted it. Lunau makes a man miss. 40, 45. Gets a block from Deming. Lots of flags. I think it's going to be face mask.
Horse collar, maybe? I don't know. Did they get the face mask, or was it from behind?
Yeah.
See if we can, let's see it here. Yeah, I'm going to say that's a horse collar. Looking back on that one.
27-yard punt by Kraus. 13-yard return by Lunau. Penalty is on Rochester for an illegal block. Penalty is on Knox for a horse collar. They offset. So, it'll be 1st and 10, Rochester, at their own 48. 6:29 to go in the third. Rochester trails Knox 7-6. The man in motion is Lunau. Deming off the left side. They get the ball in Knox territory. That'll be a gain of 3.
Yep, you walk forward.
Split end is Samsel.
Flights is 5 yards upfield.
Deming up the middle, and Alex gets 3 yards on the trap.
Trap the shit, they trap the shit out of them, we're screwed.
So it's not just the trap, but it's the trap out of different formations. 3rd and 6. We have not seen a whole lot of counters.
Right.
The play that Ferverda runs best is the counter.
Right. That's one thing, you got to make a little bit of an adjustment when you got some guys missing.
Yeah. Swango's going to pass.
Got a man.
It's caught. The first completion of the year, and it gets a first down to Schlosser.
Nice pass, Schlosser. Nice catch, nice run.
And they gain 18 yards.
Not a bad for the first pass of the night. I think he caught the Redskins a little off guard there. It was just a little out pattern there by Schlosser. Yeah. And he got about 10 yards after the catch there.
Jet motion, but the ball's for the fullback, and Deming keeps churning. Down to the 24. Gain of 4 for Deming on first down.
Well, he's standing up tall and stopping. Boots again on the tackle. That's what he does in practice.
I'm feeling the longest shower in the history of mankind will be taken by Alex Deming after this game.
Oh,
he's got to be worn out already. And we're
is that yeah.
McKee trying to cut back and get back to the line of scrimmage, and he can't, and he loses a yard.
No gain on the play.
He's cramping again.
Third and 7 at the 25. I think there's got to be an injury timeout. There's a Knox player who's going to have to get off the field here because he was. Well, there are 2 injured Knox players. Kraus is going to limp off. Luke Hoist, number 3 for Knox, is a senior. He's hard to see what was wrong with him. It might have been cramping, but it might not have been. I think he might have been holding his wrist or something.
So every time I save it, it's saving, because I have it set for saving both cameras. I'll pick which camera angle I want to look at, and then it's
If you saw this in Alabama last night, Phillip Rivers got his first career win as a head coach.
I saw the picture of him coaching, but I didn't see the results.
Yeah, his team won 49-0.
Whereabouts in Bama is he at?
I forget. It's a private school though. Apparently, he said he's staying in shape. He's not ruling out a return to football if somebody calls.
Did you see the picture?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of shape he's staying in.
False start on Rochester there.
I mean, I could say I'm staying in shape too, but if you see the pictures,
Okay.
of course he's not as bad as me, but you know.
I mean, he's had a heck of a career.
I wouldn't know why he would want to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he didn't get that Super Bowl, but.
Third and 13 from the 31. It's going to be fourth down.
Going the wrong way.
Gain of 2. Fourth and 11. Rochester at the Knox 29. Knox leads Rochester 7-6. Under 3 minutes to go in the third.
I mean, this is a good opportunity here, maybe to send a couple out in the pattern, air it out a little bit. I mean, worst case scenario, you get an interception, but it's the same as a punt here.
Still only one receiver. That's Samsel. They give it up the middle to Deming.
Long way to
turnover
go.
on downs.
Yeah, not going to make it.
Gain of 5. But they needed 11.
He runs a slant, we're screwed. Come on, Zebras! Let's go, Z! Yep. He had his back turned
Well,
like he was man pressed.
I think you call that play for Coach Schaefer if you're really confident in your defense.
Yeah. I mean, you can't fault your defense. They've only scored 7 on you, and the last time, the first drive of the second half, they did well. So Winamac goes into the halftime 10-0 leaders over the Pioneer Panthers.
Rochester kind of in I'd call that a 4-5 defense with only 2 defensive backs. Kraus the ball carrier. Deming with the tackle.
Hey, Marsh, maybe on defense, maybe give
Call that a gain of 3.
the end zone stuff.
2nd and 7, Knox from their own 27.
Wasn't working for some reason.
Kraus just runs into a pile there. Well, Eli Swango's been much more involved in this game than he was last week. He's played well, I think.
There's no one staying home in the backside.
3rd and 7.
Backside's not staying home. So if we joker that, he might have some yards to move.
So let's see what Coach Radke calls here.
Bo, you hear that? Bo? Bo, did you hear that?
Only one wide receiver. This time they give the man on the ball, the man on the read, and that was an excellent play by Fishback.
Yeah,
He penetrated, and he stopped that play single-handedly.
He was shot out of a cannon coming through that line that time. My goodness, is it the end of the third quarter already?
Time flies when you're having fun, Steve.
We just started this. Had like 2 drives.
Bussey's just run out there and just pitter patter, and he's got it.
4th and 7, Knox at their own 27. Kraus is the punter. Snap, low. Kraus handles it well. Wobbly punt. Lunau, no fair catch. Catches it on the fly. Flag on the play. And he takes it down to the Knox 47. 27-yard punt by Kraus. 7-yard return by Lunau. And a flag. If it's interference with the opportunity to catch, that
It's on Rochester.
But it's not. I mean, that was really dangerous by Lunau. I mean, that was a heck of a concentration play to just catch that ball. First and 10, Rochester at their own 36. 19.6 seconds to go in the quarter. Zebras trail by 1. Another pass on first down this time. Incomplete. Samsel was the intended receiver. Or that was Schlosser, excuse me.
I have said that 100 times, but they won't listen.
Motion man is McKee. The ball carrier is Deming. He gets 3 yards. End of the quarter. Rochester will have a 3rd and 7 from their own 39 when we resume play at the end of 3 quarters. The score is Knox 7, Rochester 6.
All right, we'll take a break and come back. 4th quarter action here from Barnhart Field in just a moment on RTC TV4. All right, back here, Barnhart Field. Rochester and Knox moving into quarter number 4. It's going to be a 3rd down and 7 for the Zebras. No score there in the 3rd quarter. Rochester still trails Knox 6-7. Same score we had at the half, Al.
End of 3 quarters. Lewis Cass leads North Miami 14-7. Halftime, Winnemac leads Pioneer 10-0. Mishawaka Marion leads Culver Academy 7-0 at halftime. Up in Mishawaka.
Academy's holding their own.
Big 3rd down play. Up the middle, 4th down.
He's got to come downhill.
Deming.
He's flat-footed. He's catching. He's got to come downhill.
Deming gets 3 on that play.
He's catching 4 yards.
So it'll be 4th and 4 at the 42.
Come downhill.
Let's see what Coach Schaefer has drawn up here. The motion man. The give is to Deming. He's got the 1st down. He's still going. Push forward by Samsel. Down to the Knox 39.
Big play there by Deming.
A gain of 19 on 4th and 4.
That energized the crowd. You can hear them.
Make it
1, 2, 3. 4th man finally brought him down.
Let's give him an even 20 yards. And they feed him again. It's about 2 or 3.
0-0-4-3-4-6-4-8. The last 4 digits, 4-6-4-8. With 156 bucks for your ticket to the bandstand to claim your prize.
We have a bandstand?
Apparently.
Timeout Rochester. That's their second, only leaves them with one.
10:30 to go in the game. Knox leads Rochester 7-6.
Something Coach Schaefer didn't like.
Rochester with one timeout left. Knox has two.
Shouldn't matter, just let him be. I'm just saying.
Well, thank the ZBN kids. Thank Phil Dean coming down here, working with the cameras, and I was going to do a little bit more with them with the production stuff, but we just don't have a whole lot of room up here with both of us in here, so I just having a lot of fun with this right now. You know, Pioneer has a class plus a club. You know, Winamax crew's doing well. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Valley game on like we'd hoped tonight. We'll figure out what happened there, but things going pretty good.
Quick hitter to Deming.
Good defense that time by Knox.
Yeah, that was Jaden Scott, number 20. He's listed as a freshman. It was a nice tackle.
A couple yards there, 3rd and 5, so definite 4-down territory here.
All right, Roman's got a straight to that.
Field looks great tonight, Val.
Yeah. Deming off the left side.
Boy, that second effort.
Yeah, did he get there? No, I don't think he did. He needed 5. I think he got 4.
But it brings up a manageable 4th down. I mean, he would have went down on first contact. It would have been a long 4th down. Now it's 4th and 1. You just don't bring him down initial contact a lot of the times. He keeps his legs churning.
A combination of heart and conditioning are going to decide this game.
Yeah.
Deming's got the first down. Right in that center right guard hole between Rogers and Fishback. They needed 1, they got 3.
I think I would run behind Fishback a lot if I was Coach Schaefer.
Yeah. Yeah, Marshall, he could play all night. He is.
Well, we've seen him wrestle like that.
Yeah, you need to lock up the weight room to keep him out of there. Deming off the right side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Alex is in for the touchdown. And Rochester takes the lead with 8:45 to go. And who do they run behind?
Fishback.
Deming. Yeah, Fishback and Hunter. Yeah, we got to give Hunter Schreiber his props too. Similar play to the touchdown, the first touchdown in the first quarter.
Yeah, very similar. It's a big shot in the arm there. A couple great plays on that drive. I think they're going to make that again.
No.
So they leave the door open. But they do score a touchdown, regain the lead for the first time since late in the second quarter. Zebras lead 12-7 with 8:45 to go here in the ball game.
Caps off a 9-play, 64-yard drive.
Take another look at that touchdown run off of the right side by Deming. He just found a little hole there and exploited it and outrun the defensive back from Knox.
Watson back deep to receive for the Redskins. And Ziggo Shaver keeps the ball up.
Good kickoff. It just kind of dies at about the 23-yard line. Jake Conroy, the freshman, picks it up. That was not pretty. I mean, he had to make a nice play just to gain about 3 yards on that return.
Good job in coverage there by the Zebras. Let's see what they can do here on the defensive side of things with just a little under 9 minutes to go.
Again, that last drive, 9 plays, 64 yards, took 3 minutes, 34 seconds off the clock. Deming with the 26-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion run failed. Remember, Rochester beat Knox 12-7 at Knox a couple of years ago. I saw Hayden Prater walking around here earlier. Hayden was the hero in that game. He scored both touchdowns in that game. Watson going to throw on first down. He's going to throw deep, and it's caught by Kraus to the 42. Gain 16.
Well, that's the one thing that's kind of been the Achilles heel of this Rochester defense here tonight. We'll see if Coach Radke keeps going to the air.
Again, a lot of inexperience in that secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even a kid like Schlosser, who's the safety and who's a senior, he hasn't played a whole lot of safety.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I see Swango's lined up at cornerback. Going to his left. They contain well. Throws.
Oh.
Incomplete. Intended for Kraus. Broken up by Lunau. Nice play by Lunau.
Kraus ended up being almost the defensive back on that play for Knox, because Lunau was in better position to make that catch.
Second and 10 Knox from their own 42.
Couple of stops in the air, maybe that'll give that defensive secondary a little confidence back there. Oh, there's a bad snap.
Watson throwing. Incomplete.
Wow.
Swango was there in coverage, and the Knox receiver might have a cramp. Yeah, he's going to have to go off. I didn't see who that was, but he...
At an 87?
Yeah, that would have been Declan Austin.
Knox got lucky there with that bad snap, and Rochester got lucky with that dropped pass. Could have went bad for both teams there. Yeah, that may be more than just a cramp. He's acting like maybe there's something more than. And we'll take a quick break here as they work on the injured Knox player and be back here in just a moment on RTC TV4. All right, they got the injured player off the field. I think it may have been just a cramp. He walked off pretty normally.
Watson takes the snap, throws deep middle again. Incomplete this time. Well, the coverage was a little bit better. I mean, he would have really had to feather it in there. Aiden Saibo, a junior, who has not seen a pass this way, he was the intended receiver there. And it's 4th and 10.
Tight coverage. A little overthrown on that one. Now they've kind of committed themselves to the pass here, and if Rochester can, they're going to line up and punt it. Okay. Or at least line up to punt it.
Triton and LaVille 0-0 at the end of the fourth quarter, going to overtime.
Overtime at zeros. Wow. Not the greatest snap and a short punt.
Gets it off. Very short. Coach, all the coaching on the Rochester side saying, stay away, and they complied with that. Yep.
Don't even come close to that. We don't need to give anybody a reason to think that you touched it.
A 20-yard punt by Kraus. No return. A net of 20. First and 10, Rochester at their own 38. They lead it. 12-7 with 7:47 to go in the game.
Big jet plane. 7:47.
Yep. Logansport defeated Northwood 18-15 tonight.
That's a big win for Coach Johnson.
Yeah, very big.
2-0.
Yep. Up the middle.
I think they were supposed to play Northwestern. Changed it from Western to Wood. Still got the North in there.
Yeah, you beat a good NLC team if you're Logansport. That's a big win. It's a good job by his team. 2nd and 9, Rochester from their own 39. The jet man is Lunau, but it's just eyewash just to make you read your key. The ball carrier is Deming again, and he gets about 2. 3rd and 7. When Knox was here 2 years ago, it was such an emotional game because that was the first home game after Coach Hooker's passing.
Mm-hmm.
And Knox was here, and of course Coach Hendricks was the coach at Knox at the time, and he and Coach Hooker were very close, both Hendricks brothers. Off the right side, Deming's got a first down, 45-40, down the sideline, takes a hit. First down, Zebras. Logan Vaughn with the tackle for Knox. Rowan Jordan helped out.
That right side of that Rochester offense is just really making some holes for Deming.
Gain of 27 on that play. Deming with 30 yards on 3 carries just in this drive.
That was a big first down. They can keep the clock running here.
Deming up the middle. Excuse me, Wesley Meadows up the middle. Loss of 1 for Meadows. Yes, is Wesley Meadows related to Corey or Colt? I do not know. Corey and Colt Meadows were both running backs for the Zebras. At the right side, that is Deming, off right guard, behind Fishback. Let's call it a gain of 4. Whistle blows. And I start the clock again. 3rd and 7, Rochester, the Knox 29. Again, 4-down territory. Nobody's kicking a field goal here. And nobody's punting from this spot on the field either.
Boy, a first down here, they keep that clock running.
Deming again, this time off the left side. Gains about 2. Fourth down. Fourth and 5 from the 27. Deming has scored both Rochester touchdowns, a 43-yard run in the first quarter and a 26-yard run earlier this quarter. Samsel lined up wide.
I'm saying run right.
It's going to be a pass. It's caught, but I don't think they got the first down.
No.
Schlosser caught it.
I don't know that
they needed to get to the 22, and they didn't get there.
I don't know if they gained anything on that.
They needed 5. I call that a gain of 2.
Well, it's going to come down to the Rochester defense, what they can do here.
We don't have to do it right now in one play.
75 yards to go for Knox.
Well, this is why we like high school football, right? These situations.
Yep.
We don't often get them, but here it is. Right side. Kraus is the ball carrier. He's tackled by, looked like Lunau.
Number 4.
Yeah. He gets 3.
That was actually a nice job by Lunau coming up because it looked like he had some room there on that white side. Came up and made a nice tackle in the open field.
I thought this game had high-scoring game written all over it. I was dead wrong. But this is a major statement by the Rochester defense. I mean, Knox has not been able to get around the perimeter that much. Watson throws. Caught. First down. Cutting back. 45-50. He's at the 40. First catch of the game for Jake Conroy.
And what he did after the catch was the damaging part for the Zebras.
.39 yards on the reception there. And that was a really nice throw by Watson. And Rochester's contain has been pretty good. They haven't let Watson get outside the pocket that much in this game, but that was a nice throw. Fake the read. Watson keeps it himself. He's going to get a first down. He steps out of bounds. Thankfully for the Zebras, Watson ran out of turf there along the sideline. Timeout Rochester. Gains 11.
Probably a well-timed timeout here for Rochester. Just a little too easy here for the Redskins. Kind of would have liked to have seen him force him to run some clock.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, if they score here, you wish you had a timeout left.
Yeah.
On offense, if you get in a 2-minute drill type situation, but that's Rochester's last timeout. And they take it with 3:38 to go, and the Zebras leading by 5 at 12-7.
Do we have a jet quarterback keep away from the jet?
We have not seen Watson. He's been. He hasn't been as big a factor in the running game as I thought maybe he would.
Why don't we just tell him to do that? Have him read the linebacker on the outside.
Watson takes the snap. Gives to Kraus. Kraus on the right side. Flag on the play. Tackled inbounds.
Holding. Holding on
Holding
Knox.
on Knox.
That's a big penalty.
Another penalty.
Flag on the play.
Oh,
Is that like an
unsportsmanlike on Knox, so they're going to stack those up.
We can't shoot ourselves in the foot.
See where this ends up at.
We gotta be smart over there.
They're back to the 30. Now they're looking at the second part of that. I believe that was a dead ball penalty, so that's going to add on to it. Now they're moving back 35, 40.
He's at the 40. He's at the 40.
He's all the way back to the 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35 foul.
It'll be 1st and 33. 1st and 33 Knox from the Rochester 45. .332 to go in the game. Watson back. He's got time. He throws deep middle, incomplete.
Boy, that was a nice route there. He just overthrew him a hair. Would have went a long way towards getting back to that original line of scrimmage.
Well, Conroy made the big play earlier in this possession, and he was the intended receiver there. 2nd and 33. And a whistle. It'll be an official's timeout. Yeah, referee's talking with the umpire. See Austin Rogers now in on defense. We haven't seen a whole lot of him on defense in this game, but he's playing that outside linebacker spot. Watson takes the snap. Again, throwing deep middle, or deep to the right sideline, incomplete.
Way overthrown on that one.
Austin was the intended receiver. Lunau was there in coverage.
Lunau was in good position. That ball was just way overthrown. Not really much that Austin could do.
3rd and 33. So what do you do if you're Coach Radke here? I mean, you say, let's get something that gets us like 10, 15 yards.
Well, I would have thought they might have done that on first down.
Yeah, but even that's, if you get 10 yards, it's still 4th and 23. I think you might have still have to keep throwing the ball deep. Kind of an intermediate pass, and it's caught.
I think
Austin.
If you would have done that on first down, you would have been sitting in really good position by 3rd down, but they just were going for that home run hit.
Gain of 20. Fourth and 13. .250 to go in the game. Rochester leads Knox 12-7.
This is the play of the game right here, Val.
Watson takes the shotgun snap. In.
Oh,
He's hit. Throws. Incomplete. Yes. Zebras take over on downs.
Pressure on the quarterback. That was a smart play there in the defensive secondary. They could have easily picked that off. And wait a minute. Nope, 4th down. Smart play.
And guess who hit the quarterback? That would be Alex Deming.
Yeah.
He nailed Watson.
Player of the game for sure for the Zebras.
First and 10, Rochester. They're thrown 25. 2:34 left in the game, and Rochester leads Knox 12-7. Val and Steve here at Barnard Field.
Just got to hang on to the ball, 1 first down, and you're basically, they got 2 timeouts left or just 1?
Deming gains 3. Let's see if Knox uses a timeout here.
Spicy stop and just lay down. Exactly. He's going to come down the line.
2-minute warning in high school?
Nope.
No. Still got 18 on the play clock.
2 timeouts, remember.
Swango under center. Everybody in the stadium knows who's going to get the ball now. Deming again for a gain of 3.
There, Knox is going to take a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves them with 1. Be a 3rd down, and what do you got there, about 4?
I have 3rd and 3.
3?
3rd and 3 from the 32.
All right, we'll take a break with them as well. Here, come back from Barnhart Field as we wind down the 4th quarter. Rochester leads the Knox Redskins 12-7. Be back in a moment on RTC TV4. Welcome back here, Barnhart Field. The Knox Redskins take a timeout. They got 1 more to burn. Minute 46 to go. 3rd down and 3. Zebras trying to run the clock out here and pick up their first win since 2019.
Final score in the Hoosier North, LaVille beats Triton 7-0 in overtime.
7-0 in overtime.
I think if you're Coach Schaefer, you're thinking about almost 2 plays ahead here, because what do you do if it's like 4th and 1?
Boy. Let's not worry about it. Let's
Deming's
just get
got the first down.
And that one more timeout here by Knox.
Call the victory formation, Coach Schaefer. You've gotten your first career win.
What a job by Rochester coming off of, that week 1 loss over at Southwood, coming back here and just playing some really inspired football here tonight against the Redskins.
Or maybe can they not go into the victory formation? I guess not. No, they are.
Knox not going to opt to take that final timeout, huh?
What's odd is that for an offense that basically runs the ball almost every play, but Swango never carries the ball. How many offenses where you run the ball almost every play, but the
high school offenses?
But the quarterback doesn't carry the ball.
Not very often, yeah. Not in high school.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even very common in college or pros anymore with that triple option pass look.
I want to say we were on 30. Or 35, 1 to 2. It took us all the way back to the...
This is going to mean a lot to these kids. I think whenever you break a big losing streak, like, hey, we put in the work, but we got to see our work pay off. Yeah. And it is.
When was I know it was 19, but what week was the last win they had?
It was in the sectional, first game of the sectional that year. They beat Delphi.
Delphi, that's right.
43-22.
Yeah. Last year was just such a tough year. I mean, with the school being virtual for the first 2 weeks and missing the scrimmage, then missing the first 2 weeks, and then coming back with that Whitco game here.
Right, and I think we said on Talking Sports that if ever a team needed a long camp, it was that team because they were introducing so many new players to the...
Yep.
Okay, Swango takes a knee. And that'll be it. The 10-game losing streak is over. And that is a happy group of kids jumping around.
Congratulations to both teams on a well-fought and well-played game tonight.
What a win, but then you'd say any win would be what a win. What a win. Trailing in against a 3A team, trailing in the fourth quarter. Against a Hall of Fame coach.
Well, you gotta look back here on the 2 penalties that got stacked up and gave them a first down and 33. That just made a mountain that the Redskins couldn't overcome. And that's a great sight out there. The students, great crowd here tonight as well. And congratulations to Coach Schaefer and the Rochester Zebras with the big win. They even up their record now, 1-1. They got Whitco on the road next week. That's a very winnable game for them. they could come in, have a winning record coming back here in week 4. So.
Thank you for your attendance and support of Zebra Athletics. Be sure to travel with the Zebras next Friday night to Whitco for a TRC game.
And I mean, they did it with kind of a less than a full cast. I mean,
yeah,
we didn't see Colton Faverda. I mean, the offensive line was healthy.
Well, at right side, that line was just on tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, how good were they?
Hunter Shriver and Marshall Fishback.
Yeah. What a great job. And Deming, I mean, he's a beast. He had 285 yards last week.
235, yeah.
235 last week, and I had 2 of the 3 numbers right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what a great job.
And again, whenever you have a team that goes through a winless season, what you worry about is just a speed and strength. Can we compete with teams speed-wise and strength-wise?
Mm-hmm.
And tonight they show that they can.
Yeah.
There were very few plays where Knox just kind of outran the Rochester defense. And I mean, to think the Zebras are going to, I mean, they got to be saying to themselves, geez, if we just had defended a couple pass plays on 3rd and long, just not let the defense get the receiver get behind us, we might have had a shutout.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was after giving them 45 points last week. So.
Right. I think you got to feel good about a lot of the facets of the game tonight for Coach Schaefer.
Yeah, and
for sure.
I asked Coach Schaefer a couple days ago. I said, "Does a high school football team usually improve the most between week 1 and week 2?" And he goes, "I'd like to think that."
Well,
because you get exposed a little bit in that first game, and everybody gets exposed a little bit, and so how do you kind of close up those holes? And obviously it helps that. Again, a lot of it was tackling, and they talked a lot about tackling and about form tackling. Some of it was about alignment. But boy, they went back to the 4-4 defense, and I think maybe they're a little more comfortable in that. It might be a while before we see the 3-4 again.
Yeah. And I thought they did a good job of making the adjustments. I know, Knox seemed like they kind of threw the ball wherever they wanted to for the times they threw it in that first half, and they struggled. I mean, I thought the defensive backs did a better job.
Yeah.
They had a couple, obviously they were trying to get really big shots there with that first and 33, but even when they did get a small chunk, they didn't make it into a big chunk. They didn't miss the tackle and get 30 out of it,
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, sometimes you just have to say, let's not let them get behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them in front of us and then tackle them. I mean, I think they did that.
Yeah, they did a nice job. Really nice job.
But,
and
I mean, this is a really interesting. It's interesting. I mean, again, we haven't gotten a lot of scores in this week. I'm very curious to see. Again, there are only 2 conference games this week: Northfield and Valley, Peru and Whitco.
Mm-hmm.
The other, Mechanical still hasn't played, and then the other 5 teams, including Rochester, were playing non-conference games. So I'm really curious. This TRC race is going to be. I don't know. I'd say Valley is probably the favorite at this point. But who's maybe in that next tier of teams?
Mm-hmm.
It could be up for grabs a little bit.
Yeah. I like what I saw tonight. This is this is a 3A Knox school. I mean, are they as good as they were 2 years ago? I don't think so, but still, with Coach Radke, you got to feel good about what they've got every year. So.
Right, and they kept, Kraus and Messer were the 2 guys that had kind of big gains last week against Winnemac, and they kind of held those guys in check. Obviously, Kraus caught the touchdown pass there, but no big plays on the ground.
Yeah.
And then Watson did some damage on the ground, but they kind of held him in check too. I don't want to say they stopped him, but they limited his damage as well.
Yeah. Well, let's take one more quick commercial break, and we'll come back and wrap things up here from Barnhart Field. The Zebras win over the Knox Redskins 12-7. We'll be back here in just a moment on RTC.
5 teams in the state.
All right, welcome back here to Barnhart Field as we wrap things up. Steve and Val with you, and this is what it looks like after a crazy setup tonight, but we got things going. And
just north of the equator?
Yeah, Rochester got things going as well.
Yeah. Scoring summary in this game, Rochester scored first. Alex Deming with a 43-yard touchdown run, kept a one-play 43-yard drive that took 8 seconds. Just 8 seconds occurred with 7:59 to go in the first quarter. 2-point conversion run failed. Rochester led 6-0. They led 6-0 at the end of one. And then Knox finally took the lead with 1:48 to go in the half. Gunnar Kraus with a 19-yard touchdown reception from Cohen Watson. The extra point by, I think that was Schwant who kicked the extra point. And that gave Knox, Caleb Schwant, who kicked the extra point, that gave Knox a 7-6 lead. It kept a 13-play, 98-yard drive that took 7 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock. That is weird. One team scores one touchdown the entire game, but it was a 98-yard drive.
Yeah.
Knox held on to that 7-6 lead at halftime. It was 7-6 through the third quarter. Each team had 2 possessions in the third quarter. There were no turnovers in the second half. And then Rochester took the lead for good. With 8:45 to go in the game. Alex Deming, a 26-yard touchdown run. On a 1st and 10 play, it came just 2 plays after Deming ran 4 yards on, or after it came 1 play after Deming got a first down on 4th and 1. They actually converted 2 fourth downs on that drive. And it capped off a 9-play, 64-yard drive that took 3:34 off the clock. The 2-point conversion run failed. It was 12-7. Knox got the ball twice more after that. The first time they had to punt on a 3-and-out, and the second time they gave the ball up on downs, and again, those were the 2 back-to-back penalties stacked on top of each other. It went from 1st and 10 to 1st and 33. They got that down to 4th and 13, but the 4th and 13 pass was incomplete, and Rochester got one more first down, and then went in the victory formation and ran out the clock, and they won 12-7. It was their first win since October 25th, 2019, when they beat Delphi, 43-22 in the sectional.
Oh, great night. Great night for the Zebras.
There have been a lot of fun games in this field over that I've seen over 17 years, and this one has got to rank up right up there.
Well, I appreciate the quick adjustment. You went from trying to thinking you were just going to do stats to all of a sudden we're calling the game, and we adjusted well on the fly, I think.
I've seen a few football games before.
Right, I think we can do it. Yeah.
This or badminton. You're
on your own if you go to badminton.
There you go, Val. We've got a varsity fencing match. You've got to call at Culver Academy. I'd be like,
yeah, I think we established that fencing's not in.
Epi, foil, or saber.
Yeah. Well, it was a good job there. I appreciate it. And we'll probably be back with we were going to be at Culver next week, obviously, but Culver's not going to be at Culver next week. So we're going to try and get a
lot of our area teams on the road. Rochester's at Whitco, Valley's at Peru, Caston is at Triton.
Right.
So, our area teams are going to be...
Pioneers on the road.
Pioneers at LaVille, I believe. So
Winnemac is on the road.
Yeah, at North White,
Yep, North White. Yeah, so, we've done games at Whitco before. It's not the greatest for the internet, but we're going to see what we can do and see if we can't get that game on for you from Whitco. Very winnable game for the Zebras.
Well, now I think fans are going to see, hey, this team's capable of winning some games. This isn't... I think people were they didn't know what to think of last week's Southwood game. I mean, Southwood has had so much success, but Southwood graduated so many players. I think, how good is this Rochester team? Well, I think we saw now that they're pretty good. And that Southwood team maybe had a prolific offense. I mean, they had some big-time skill position players.
It makes you kind of question maybe how good Southwood is.
Yeah. I mean, Southwood had some athletes on it, and which is something we think we've said every year for like the last 30 years. But
we kind of wrote them off as maybe not being top contenders for the conference this year, but who knows?
Yeah, Southwood might only have 29 players, but they're 29 pretty good players. Right. So,
I mean, you only have 11 on the field at a time if you got the right 29. So that might be interesting to see, what happens there. Of course, they always play Valley towards the end of the season. So
yeah, that'll be the last regular season game, and Southwood has to travel to Valley this year.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how that goes. Anything good on there? You probably have all that, right?
Let's see. The leading Alex Deming finished with 36 carries for 204 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow. So 2 weeks in a row over 200.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Knox's leading rusher was Gunnar Kraus. He only had 14 carries for 26 yards.
Wow.
Total rushing, 270 to 56.
Yeah.
You outrush your opponent 270 to 56, you're going to win a lot of games. In fact, you're going to win a lot. And it's not going to be 12-7 very often either. You're going to win it by a lot to a little.
Well, and that 7 that Knox got came off of that fumble that was right there inside the 5. So that long field and that big drive, but just weren't able to put together any more drives. And great win.
Yeah. Watson 7 for 14, 174 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Swango 2 for 3, 19 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. So 174-19 was the passing difference, but that's kind of what we expected. I don't think that's
Yeah, but
shocking. Austin had 3 catches for 81 yards, Krause 2 for 40 and a touchdown, Conroy 1 for 40.
Yeah. Well, some good stuff there. Appreciate getting those stats.
Yeah, thanks to the Knox folks for handing this over.
Yeah.
But Rochester's 1-1 overall. And yeah, at Whitco next week, and then 2 straight at home. Bell game coming up on September 17th, so that's 3 weeks from now.
Yep. Will be, as usual.
Yeah.
So, all right. Stick your finger in your eye.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to say goodnight here from Barnhart Field. Again, final score, Rochester wins it 12-7 over the Knox Redskins. Rochester moves to 1-1 on the season, and the Knox Redskins will fall to 0-2 on the season. Thanks for tuning in. RTC TV4, Channel 4 in Rochester. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye.